It should be a proper plan in my opinion. I'm unbreakable, you cannot break me. Ego, throw it out. There is no specific thing, a magic pill that I give you and you're gonna get better.
How bullying works is actually so funny.
If you're confident about yourself, within your vision, this is my desired outcome, this is the person I'm going to be, and I let people believe in me in the process, I gain their trust. By how? In today's episode of Brox, we're breaking down the meaning of goal setting. But from our studies, most of the people in the world set their goal incorrectly. This episode will help you to bring you clarity and focus so you can achieve those goals. Now, before we start the conversation, I want to ask you a quick favor. We want to improve and grow our podcast channel so it is a better experiment for you to listen to and watch. And by the most simple way to support us for free is subscribing. It truly helps a lot. But no more talking, let's dive into it.
Hamudi, tell us briefly what people watching this episode of Brox are going to expect from this conversation between us.
Yeah, amazing. So the topic that I want to talk deeper about is really a thing that I see a lot of people do it incorrectly, in my opinion, which is goal settings.
What is it?
Goal settings.
Goal settings.
Goal settings. When we talk about goal settings, the first thing that comes to my mind is a goal a person have and they want to pursue this goal. But how most people goes about it and how I see them goes about it, they fail because a certain things happen during this process. Most of the cases, it is the belief that they see goal settings. Because most people see goal settings and they feel that it's a wish list. Oh, I want to be successful someday. I want that in the future. I want to achieve certain results within certain times. And they start to write down all this goal on a paper. But it is still a wish list. Because yes, it is your goal. You want to be there. You want to be desired to achieve that specific result. But if you don't actually take the proper action it's required for you to be able to get there, it is always going to be staying a wish that you have it within you. And most people fail at this point, that they have the dreams, they have the courage to write it down, but what they lack is the actual steps. They fade. Because let's take it that way. When I start writing down my goals, I take this piece of paper, I start writing down, within a year, I would wish to be a doctor, I would like to buy my dream car. This is dreams for everyone to have. But some people phrase it in a way that, okay, what are the steps that I need to take so I can achieve my dreams? Outcome? I know something, the steps required for me to get there. I put a deadline, so I kind of push myself to do it within a specific time, and I'm more clear about my goal. So I shouldn't be treating my dreams as, oh, I wish to have this in the future, I hope I will get there. It should be a proper plan, in my opinion. If you plan it out, you can have more vision about it, you will be more clear about it, you will have steps to follow so you can achieve it. First of all, I want to hear your opinion on all that, and then we can dig deeper into the topic.
Actually, a very good topic to talk about, because I personally don't know how to plan out these things. Like, I have dreams. Everybody have dreams. So, how would you go about it? How would you start planning out your dreams on a piece of paper? Do you plan out in one go from start to beginning until you reach your dream? Or do you plan out small sections from this journey and reach each goal individually? Or do you go about it in a third way? Or how do you see this?
So first of all, goal by itself. When we say goal mean start, end to something. The actual success that you're reaching within your goal is the one that you're going to get during the phase. Like, let's say you want to be a successful football player. You start this journey. You know nothing about football, you're a complete beginner, or you have passion about it in some way. You start this goal. You put yourself, oh, I want to be a successful football player. Successful football player means different to every person. So this is something internally have to be decided by the person, that what is it that it means to him? What is it that he's looking for? Successful can be playing in a good team, making the most money, having the most scores. It can be different kind of goals. So let's say it broadly. I want to be successful. Cool. What are the things that I need to do so I'm successful? I need to break it down. I need to show up every day. I need to be consistent with my workouts. I need to cut out the outsider noise. I need to stop. I need to learn to tell myself no in specific scenarios and practice all that. Because when I show up in situations where I can grow within the journey of becoming better, so I will be having my dream, which is a successful football player. In this process, you become a person. And this is by itself the success that most people look to, but they cannot be satisfied because they haven't reached it. So rather than seeing the goal as I'm seeing something I want to reach, the success is really the between, what is happening in between. This is the decider that, did I reach my goal or did I not? Because if I think about it, I'm going to start, by the time that I'm going to be the best at it, it will take a lot of time. But if I don't enjoy the process of this, if I don't give myself time to breathe about the topic of getting better, I will fail at a certain point. And to not fail, just try to enjoy the process. Try to focus on what you're doing exactly. Not too far ahead, not on what's in the past. Because what happened, you cannot change that. What's too far ahead, you cannot envision it. Because things change the way we grow up. Maybe my goal now is to be an astronaut. But 5-10 years later, I won't have this dream anymore. Because we change interests, we change behaviors. It changes the way we grew up. And the big decision maker within that is when you let other people affect your way of thoughts. You start to let the noise that they have within their brain come in within your way of thinking, which will create this messy delusions, lost feeling. But when you listen to yourself, the inner sound within you, I know I'm going to be an astronaut, and pursue that goal, it shouldn't matter what people think about it in a specific way, because for me, at the end, it's what matters who I'm going to be becoming in this journey. If I know my outcome, that at the end I want to be an astronaut, I will be an astronaut if this is my focus. If I have too many focus, I will be lost in the process, and not just I won't reach my goal, but I will stutter in many other areas in my life because it is not properly followed by a thing. So this is how I see the goal settings in general.
So, there are many people that don't even know what their goal is. Have you been in the same shoes as these people? like you didn't have a clear vision about your goals. And what did you do at those specific moments? And what should these people focus on so they will have a clearer vision about their own goals?
We're going down the deep hole. Obviously, I mean, everyone was on the journey of becoming better, of getting from 1 to 2, from A to B. They have to go through struggles within the things that they are actually doing. Your struggle might be different than my struggle. But in my scenario, my struggle is the biggest struggle that I can face because I'm facing it. Even though I know that there's people out there, let's say in Uganda, they have no water, they cannot find food all the time, they don't have shelter on the top of their head. They have bigger problems, life problems, that might be not solvable for them at the current moment. Most of the problems that we face in a modern world is feelings. We rely on feelings too much so that we let them take control. When we give up ourselves to these emotions, we will start to have feelings like, oh, I'm super tired. Even though you work 16, 17 hours every day, this is the path that you choose to do for a reason. You know you want to get better. So this is what it takes to get better. I give you the blueprint. If you want to get better, here, do this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're gonna get better. You will be better. But are you willing to take the risk that it takes for you to get better? Are you willing to take the sacrifices and all the hardness that it requires for you to get there? Or you just have it as another wish list? Oh, I wish to be that way. If somebody's not clear about them goals and they are basically lost, I've been in that phase. Was down, couldn't find my outcome, I didn't know. Whatever I did in my life, I wasn't enjoying. And I tried to be accepted by other people. I tried to do the things that they do. I tried to go to the places they go to. So I can be trying to fit in. This led me to a place where I wasn't happy. But I didn't know what to do in that moment. I was just trying to do whatever, so I feel a little bit better about myself. But it didn't work. This led me to a depression. From this depression, to get out, you have to face some specific scenarios, which in my case was the lonely chapter. It might work from person to another person differently, but what really worked for me is this lonely chapter. Some people call it in the modern world monk mode. Monk mode is an isolation for yourself. You isolate yourself from the outside world. You're by yourself, by your own thoughts, for a specific period of time, usually not less than 3 months. You just by yourself, your thoughts. You will start to learn about yourself in this specific time. Not by distracting yourself, because you can isolate yourself by distracting yourself. This won't help. I mean, you're isolating yourself from the outside world, but you sit in your bedroom, you eat chips, you watch YouTube videos, you play games. This is isolation as well, but this won't get you forward. What is the isolation I'm talking about? Is the old but working method, pen and paper isolation. You put yourself in a room where there is no noise, no light, a room that is depressed. Then you will start to break your life down. What are the things that truly matter to you? To be able to get out of this lonely chapter and see results in it, you have to take the risk, which is it might not work out. Be okay with it. Accept the fact that I'm not here to fit in. I'm not here to be accepted by specific people I don't even want to be like. You start to break down your life. Not the life you lived before, so you can satisfy the people around you, but by the life that you truly want to have. You kind of break it down. One day, the second day, you will be lost during the process. You won't see results coming in. You will feel that it's not moving forward. But by doing it over and over and over again, all this uncertainty, doubts, everything that goes to your mind within this specific time, it's there. It's going to be still there. This is how I found out about entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship, when you put yourself in a state that you're your own boss. There is no one to tell you to wake up at a specific time. There is no one to tell you to do specific tasks. You're by your own and you have to figure it out. This is entrepreneurship. And even successful entrepreneurs, they still have doubts. Oh, might be not the best thing that I can do right now. They are lost in the process. But what they are good at, and me having meetings with a lot of successful entrepreneurs, I realized one thing in common in them, which is they are not special. They are just good at doing something that sucks more than I am. Meaning, it sucks, the process of this. And they just did a thing that sucks more than I did. And the consistency of it, I'm stuck now, I'm stuck now, I'm stuck now, I'm stuck now. What I do is suck. The more suck they did, the more results it led in their lives. It is a life choice. Some people like it, some people like the stress about it, some people like this feeling that I'm lost all the time, I'm uncertain about the things, but I know my vision at the end. So, if you're completely lost, you don't know what your goals is, you need to find yourself first. When you're able to find those answers within you that you're really looking for, what is the person that I truly want to be, the person that I can look in the mirror and tell, damn, I'm fucking proud of this man. I am him. This is the guy that in my dreams I wish to be. This is the character I choose when I play games, the best character in life. To be able to have this feeling and truly mean it takes a lot of lonely nights. From my perspective, it helped me come out from this, not uncertainty, because I'm still uncertain about things I do, but by the period of time I was doing this, I became better. And in my opinion, becoming better is the success of this journey. Looking back to my life from not even that long ago, a year, let's say, or even months, I'm constantly becoming the person that the character I choose to wish to play with if I play a video game. And to me, this is success. Does it mean I'm going to stop doing it? No. But I'm on the process. And I'm giving myself time to breathe about it. I'm in the process. I know I'm in the process. I don't need to rush to the outcome. I don't need to rush to be successful, because I know I will be successful within the area that I'm talking about. Let's say the football example. I know I will get there. If I don't give myself the breathe, okay, what is the thing that I need to do? This is the thing I need to do for a specific period of time, over and over and over and over again until I get there. This is the only way to get there, by doing the thing. So accepting the fact that it's going to suck, is I'm going to have a lot of doubts about it. I'm going to have uncertainty. I lost. I don't know what is the next step. This is just a constant feeling that you always have. And you just have to accept it and live through it.
Man, to be honest, I'm still getting used to the new Hamudi. Because I didn't know all this stuff about you, all this thinking way that you have right now. So you're surprising me like every day. Yeah, you phrased everything in a very great, passionate way. So I don't have anything to comment about anything you said. You mentioned monk mode. What is monk mode exactly? Like, can you break it down a little bit more? Like you said, it's a kind of an isolation. You isolate yourself from the outside world to find yourself. But I think it's way more important to learn about honesty, being honest with yourself. Because I went through the same struggles. Like, not the same things, but the struggles itself. I went through struggles in my life. And what I realized in my journey, that I wasn't being honest with myself. I was lying to myself so I would accept the facts that was happening to me. So, isn't it more important to try to be honest with yourself before anything else? Because even if I isolate myself right now, not right now, because I kind of overcame those feelings that I had, isn't it more important to be honest with yourself before you start doing anything like the monk mode? And in your opinion, how should one go about it? How should one switch from lying to themselves to being honest about everything? Like, okay, I know deep inside what I'm doing is bad, but it's comfortable doing it. So I comfort myself that it's okay to do this. Basically, I'm lying to myself. In your opinion, how should one go about this? How should one change this habit that they have?
You probably heard this saying, fake it until you make it. I don't completely agree with it, but I also don't disagree with it. There's a line in between that you have to lie to yourself if you know your desired outcome. Let's say, for example, I know I want to be a public speaker, but I'm stuck at communication. If I tell myself, yo, you're actually good about it, you're good, this emotions, this thought process won't make you worse, which is one step closer to the actual outcome that you're looking for. So just me thinking about myself as a good speaker, without arrogance, of course, because if somebody want to learn at the end, they are open to ideas, they are open to criticism, they are open to the noise that they're getting in. At the end, they know what to take in and what not to take in. What I mean by that is you can lie to yourself for your beneficial, for something that benefits you. Does it mean you don't have to improve on yourself? This is where most people mess up, because they keep lying to themselves and they're in the same circle. Oh, I am good enough. I am doing it. And in the same time, they don't want to accept the fact that they suck, actually. I know I suck, but I tell myself I'm good at it. So I put myself out there and I speak with confidence. This will push me one step closer to my goal. But be aware of that you suck at it. even though you lie to yourself. The other note, that's why I disagree with it, because if you learn about yourself within the monk mode, that you ask me what is monk mode, I'm going to dive deeper into that in a second. Or let's actually dive deeper to the topic of monk mode. Monk mode is the isolation that you put yourself in, so you want to be better. Monks back in the days did this in a temple. They went through struggles for a couple months. They just trained, they meditated, so they can be better. This is the modern word, monk mode. You still isolate yourself, cutting out your friends that didn't bring you any benefits in your life. It sucks. It is new for you, so it is uncomfortable. It is going to be uncomfortable for a certain period of time. But when you're over that uncomfort, by the time you get out of it, you're going to have different kind of uncomforts. So it is just a circle, and just accept it. Because when you're able to accept it, you're going to make your job easier. You know it's there. I cannot really change it. How should I go about it? At this point, when you're learning about yourself, you start to understand things that you didn't even know about yourself. Meaning, you cannot lie to yourself at this point. Because when you want to lie to yourself, why people lie to themselves? So, they please themselves, they please other people, they feel less ashamed of themselves for not doing the things that they know that they have to do. They're trying to comfort themselves for what? At the end, if it's your journey, you know that my desired outcome is in the things that I'm doing right now. I know if I want to get better, I have to be in a phase that I never been. And monk mode really helped me to get from a state of mind to a place where I see the improvements, meaning I'm moving towards my goals, meaning I can be more confident when I'm talking about it, and I don't really have to care about what people will think about it. Some people will like it, some people will hate it, and I'm okay with it. Because this is my life. And looking forward 5 years later, I'm the one who's going to have gone through my lives by the choices I made. So if the people don't like my way of thinking, if the people don't like the thing that I say, I'm not here to please you. I'm here to please myself. So in this matter, I cannot lie to myself. And the most bigger factor is letting go what other people think about you. Be okay with who you are. Own it. And slowly, you're going to find that person is becoming a more bright version of the person that I was, a more confident person, a more intelligent person, a more smart person, and it is just a package that's here. This is success. Take it. What you have to do, cut out the noise. Cut out the noise. Don't get affected by what people think about you. It is your journey, your vision. You know where to go. You know what to do to get there. It doesn't matter what you say. It matters, but does it mean I have to take your thoughts in my thought process? If it doesn't align with my vision, it doesn't. And not just it doesn't that, oh, I'm not going to listen to this guy. Because we are doing it daily basis. When we scroll on social media, we see, oh, his lifestyle is good. We start to feel this feeling, oh, maybe the things that I'm doing is not really good. Maybe there is something better that I can do. All these feelings within you, that jealousy, I wish I would be there. But if you focus on yourself, you cannot lie to yourself, because these are the time that you lie to yourself. You let all these emotions take over, which you couldn't control because you're not aware of yourself. And it led to all that unhappiness. The people call each other fake on social media a lot of times, even though they are not. They just want them to be feeling better. So they find how they find it by others people joy. And who's the joyful at the end? The people that talk about them or the people who's living it? This is my concern. There's a very nice saying about content creation as well, because content creation is something that cringy. A lot of people see it as, oh, it's not an actual job. A lot of people hate on it. But there's a saying, those haters won't show up in your bank account. And by the person you're becoming, by the end of this journey, those haters will never be there. They will start to hate on other people. Or by seeing you over and over again, if the same person hates on you now and tomorrow and after tomorrow and over and over and over again, the more you show up, the more you show them that, hey, I'm unbreakable. You cannot break me. I'm with myself and I'm about me. Whatever you say, it's in the trash bag. You're just wasting your time by commenting on this specific video, by telling me specific things, which doesn't really matter. You're going to start to be like, actually, this guy doesn't suck that much that I was thinking, because he's seen that I'm consistent. He sees that I'm thriving through something. Even though I get all the hate, I'm still going. I'm not letting those affect me. Eventually, you will see that hater start to like you step by step. They hate on you. They start to throw words. Then, actually, this guy doesn't suck that much. I actually agree a little bit with what this guy said. Yo, look at this guy. What he's saying is really nice. He's a funny guy. He starts to express. The more he see it, not all of them, but a lot of people will change by the way you express yourself. If you're confident about yourself within your vision, this is my desired outcome. This is the person I'm going to be. And I let people believe in me in the process, I gain their trust. By how? By showing up. The more I show up, the more I please those people as well. And I'm not here to please them. I'm here to please myself, because I focused on myself. The way I reached it is because I focused on myself. If I would have focused on them, which I say now that, oh, I pleased them, yes, but not because I focused on them, because I focused on myself. So if you can focus on yourself for a period of time, you're going to get better. By becoming better, you can start building up brick by brick on what is the thing that you're actually looking for. This is what monk mode helps in. And I've listened to other podcasts and other people talk about monk mode. A lot of people didn't agree fully with monk mode. Do they have to? No. This is just another way of thinking, which works for some people, doesn't work for some people. Some people will like it, and they will be, oh, I might actually try this. And some people will be like, oh, what is he saying is bullshit. It doesn't really matter. It is still a thought process. Whatever you say, it is still out there. So this is my concern about it. And I don't know if I answered your questions properly. If not, let me know what else you have in mind. Today's video is sponsored by Ultrahuman. They have created this smart ring that helps you to track your sleep, your recovery, and your metabolism in real time. Since I use it, it's more easy for me to track my performance without getting distracted, because there is no screen on it, so it only gives you the insight that you're looking for. So if you're serious about optimizing your sleep, your recovery, and your energy time during the day, this is really a game changer. Additionally, in my opinion, it looks really cool. So if it sounds something that you would like to get for yourself or for someone that you know, then there's an affiliate link in the description which will give you an additional 10% discount code. It will also help grow this channel. But let's go back to the episode.
Yes, you did answer my question. So basically, monk mode is a mode that you put yourself in to step on the self-improvement journey. It's hard to decide if it's going to be beneficial for you, for someone, or no. And this is another topic that's related to this that I wanted to ask your opinion about. like this is a topic for people who wants to self-improve, who wants to improve their lifestyle in general. If you don't want to, then it's just not for you. Basically, we know that if someone wants to self-improve, to step in the self-improvement journey, that means you have to change some things, if not most of the things that you do in your daily life. And in this process, you have to open your mind, open yourself up for outside suggestions. And these suggestions can be destructive or building up. But in your case, on your journey to self-improvement, you don't really know what is destructing to you and what's not. So I want to know, in your opinion, how should I, for example, let's say I'm stepping on this journey of self-improvement and I don't have a clue. I know that I'm doing most of the things wrong, but I don't have a clue about what's right and what's wrong. And I don't have a mentor to ask if this thing that I'm suggested to do is good for my improvement or bad for my improvement. How should I make the judgment at the time that I get these let's say improving suggestions to my life? What should I take in and what should I close out? Basically, you said I shouldn't listen to people that are commenting on my YouTube channels. But can't you take it in? Not the whole concept, but can't you take in the comment and basically analyze it, if it can improve in your life or no? Don't just shut it out. So what's your take about this?
Oh yeah, I completely agree with you. And the question is amazing by itself to think about it. Because it just made me realize that the way I phrased it, it made it look a little harsh, that you should cut it out completely, and it's not completely the case. First of all, when you're lost and you said, what are the noises that I should listen to so I can improve myself? First of all, know and accept that you suck. Meaning, throw your ego out of the window. Because you are not the person who you lie to yourself you are. You're just trying to make yourself better. If you want to improve, you should cut out the egoness. You should listen. You should research and study. By researching and studying, now we have the modern world, so it is way easier for anyone to improve if they choose to improve. It is also harder because it is easier because there is information out there. It is harder because there's too much information out there. So it is all about research. What are the things that within your goals align with your vision? So you're more prepared on what are the topics that you should do research about, what are the people you should listen to. Within self-improvement, I can tell you now at least 30, 50 names that I'm thinking about within this specific topic. Did I know about them when I started? No. It just comes with practice. It just comes with time. You give yourself time to breathe in. And you understand that I suck at this. I came here for information. I don't know if it's boring. I don't know if it's not pleasing to hear. I don't know if it's going to make me uncomfortable. It's going to make you uncomfortable. Especially listening to that, oh, I've been doing something wrong. As soon as somebody hears that they've been doing something wrong, they will start to be, no, I did it this way. And they start to defend themselves in a way that they just want to appear better in the situation. Rather than accept the fact, yes, I did something wrong. I admit it. How am I going to go about it? This is way more professional sounding already, way more pleasing to the ear, just by accepting the fact. Be vulnerable. Not just with you, with other people. When talking to them, let's say, for example, somebody asks you, what do you think about money and banks? How does money works in general? If I pass you now the mic and you don't have anything to add up to this topic, me as a listener, I would appreciate you way more if you just tell me, hey, listen, it's not really my expertise. I don't really have anything to add up to this topic. If you want to know some financial advice, I can dig deeper into that. But how money made and all that, it is not really my expertise. So I cannot really give you a proper answer. I would appreciate it way more than just you trying to make up something within your mind and coming up with a topic just so you please me. You don't want to please me. You want to be vulnerable. That way you create trust. That way you create confidence, not just within you, but you accept the fact that, hey, I suck. I don't know the actual answer to it. And I admit it. This is the first take on it. Be okay with sucking. Let your ego go. Listen, do some research, and learn. That way, it's not something that will come overnight. It's not something that will come in a day or two. You won't even realize the change because it is happening by the time you grow up, by the repetition that you're doing. You're putting in the reps, you're getting better. When you go to the gym, you might feel results for the first 2 or 3 days when you go, oh, I'm pumped and all that. But then this fades away. Then it is up to you to show up the next day. And even though you see less results, you still show up. Because you know if you do it for a certain period of time, you're going to get the body that you're looking for. People know the answer to it. But they just don't want to do the action, the whole process that it's going to suck for a long time until I make my results. This is why most people, when they offered, would you rather to have $1 that doubles till the next month every day or $1 million right now? Most people will choose the $1 million right now because they don't want to wait for the satisfaction. They don't even take the time to calculate that, oh, the $1 is going to be 2, then it's going to be 4, then it's going to be 8. They don't give themselves time to make this information even noticeable for themselves, meaning they just want to take the immediate action. Be okay that it is a journey. This is how I'm phrasing the being lost situation, how to go about it. Ego, throw it out. Be okay with suck. Be okay with not knowing things. Be vulnerable. Do some research. And study. By this, you're going to get better. There is no specific thing, a magic pill that I give you and you're going to get better. There is multiple things that you have to do in specific scenarios. Put yourself in situations where it's super uncomfortable. So at the end of it, you come out not comfortable, but having a win within this situation. I was uncomfortable and I did it regardless. I have fear now. I know that it is going to be fearful talking to in public. I go out in public. I have this fear within me. Look, if I accept the fact that I'm fearful, I can go out and switch this feeling into, other than fear, excitement. I'm not fearful. I'm not feared. I'm excited. Those feelings won't fade away because I heard public speakers, even they did it 100 times, they still have this feeling. The only way they are excited to go out and talk to. They are not feared. They are not fearing within themselves. They still have the emotion, but they are looking at it in a different way. This is an opportunity for me to learn. So I want to dig deep into the mud so I can learn. It is not an opportunity for me to win. It is to learn. By learning, I'm better. Focus on the long run. What is it going to bring you?
Yeah, it's very true. Like, I kind of have the same take on the same vision. So, you're a content creator, right? And you told me you have a certain amount of people that is considered to be hating in your comments. And you handle them in a certain way. First of all, I want you to like walk through this process and how should everyone handle, like, no, because everyone should handle these types of situations in a different way, in my opinion. Some things work better than the other thing. Yeah, some ways work for people for our answer. I want you to break down how do you think about that this process of taking in the criticism from the YouTubes, the hates, the everything. Like, how should anyone that is starting this journey, like for example, I want to be a content creator, how should I go about these haters? Should they discourage me or the opposite? In my opinion, these haters are just like the school bullies in your early years in the school. Like, I don't know, most of us went through a phase when we were bullied in school. And how bullying works is actually so funny, in my opinion. The strong, tough guy that is bullying you is actually weak. He just bullies you so that he feels that he's superior in some ways. And he expresses that his superiority through bullying you. I think of the YouTube comment haters in the same way. They are there just so they can express themselves. Like, they run away from reality because they feel powerful in your comment sections. They can be hateful of anything you do, about anything you do, just so they can feel more powerful. And if you look at it in this way, those comments, if you are aware of this, those comments can be empowering even more for you to continue your journey, to show them that you are not here to be bullied. You can't be bullied by these people. I know deep inside that I'm not that weak kid anymore that I was in the school. I want to stand up for myself. I'm not going to confront you, but I'm not going to let you discourage me. I'm not going to let you I'm not going to step out of my ways just because of a comment that you made. What is your take on this?
It somehow connects the same way that you say that it is kind of like the bullying, but the only difference that this happens in real life in front of me and I cannot really avoid it. Within my comment sections, I can do whatever I want. To be able to separate the hateful comments from the one that actually building up comments, you can just look at the comment and see it. What kind of emotion did it trigger you when you read it? If it's anything negative, I'm shutting it out. Not in a way that it affects me, my ego. This is why you cannot have ego. You can have ego to a certain time, but not arrogance. Be okay with, let's say for example, I make a video about carving wood. I don't really understand much about carving wood. It was my first time trying out. I carved the spoon out, and the professionals came in and started to tell me, this spoon sucks. This is a comment. I can see that it is just hateful. It is there so he can express his feelings. Do I care about that? This is the type of comment that I should not care about. If there is a person that, as a woodworker working for 15 years, I feel like the way that you did it was not in a proper way, but for your first project, it's really not a bad spoon. What I would go about it next, I would polish it up with a wood sand instead of the sanding paper that you just used. This is also a comment that is negative in a way that the thing that I did is not really good, the same way that I thought about it. But what it did, it was a building up thing. I can see it. I can see the person that's saying it in front of me is not only looking for the thing that, oh, this is suck. He said the same thing, that it's not really the best, but in a way that it built me up. These are the type of comments that I need to look out for. He actually might be saying something right. This is something his expertise in. I might be listening to him. So next time I go about it, I will find the polish that he mentioned to, so I will go ahead and buy it and use it in my next video. I can learn from these. But someone just tell me something so he can express himself, and most people hating on the internet do that, is really to you to decide that you want to take it in and let that negativity affect your workflow, or you just shut it out. You can easily shut it out because it is not the same way that the bully. It is also a thought process, because I can see it. My wife, she's a content creator as well, and the hate comments that she receives under her content, she gets a lot, and a lot of times she comes up to me and she's like, hey, I feel not really good because these comments affected me in a way. I always try to tell her, what emotion did it trigger you within? People are going to hate. Without hate, you won't get to the destination that you're looking for. You have a specific message to share with the world. This message going to go through to the people that don't want to listen to it, to the people that want to listen to it, to the people that don't like it, to the people that like it, to certain people. I cannot please everyone, and I should not please everyone. My focus is to give this message to the people that actually want to listen to it. They actually care about it. They actually see value in it. These are my people that I'm talking to. I'm not talking to the people that they just want religion is a very good topic on that. Because let's say, for example, Christianity. If I say anything about Christianity, am I talking to the Muslim people or the opposite way? When I talk about something within Islam, am I talking to the people that about Christianity? I might let them know my way of thinking. If you as an opposite gender or opposite believer come out to me and start telling me the only way to believe is Christ, the only way is to believe is Allah, I'm creating a negative energy. These are the comments that I should not listen to. If, for example, it happened to me, because I'm Muslim, there was a Christian guy, he posted something about Christianity, and I didn't get triggered by it, but I didn't completely disagree with him. So I expressed myself in a way that, hey man, I see where you're coming from, and I love your content in general, but there is a specific thing that I didn't agree with when you say this. And I expressed myself in a way that it's not really a triggeration, but it's something that I'm concerned about this guy and I want him to be aware of it. So I told him about religion, that Christianity is the right religion. There is no right and wrong religion. There is progress. When you watch Harry Potter, for example, you watch the first episode, the second episode, the third episode, the fourth episode, like this, right? You won't be watching the first episode, then the seventh episode, then the third episode. You're going one by one after it, so you understand the whole story. In my opinion, religion is the same way. It came through time phases. Meaning, there is season to it. all of the religions, one thing in common, there is God. And the words within the book of the religion is the words of God. If it's the words of God, it means it could come in episodes. The first off was for the Jews. The first episode was for the Jews. Then after a couple thousand years, there was an updated version to the religion, the Christianity. It came through Jesus from the Bible. Those are still God's word. Did it mean that the Jews had a bad religion? Not particularly. But by the newest version, Christianity is the newest type of religion, which is new rules, new words from God. And the last episode for all the religion is Islam. So, if you're settled down with Christianity, it's okay. It doesn't mean that you're doing something wrong. But if you limit yourself to there, and you don't want to hear the updated version of the religion, the new episode, you cannot put your thought process in a way that you can feel about it and believe in it in a way that you tell yourself. Because you just shut out the knowledge that you're telling yourself you want to learn, and you're going through with tunnel vision, thinking that, oh, Christianity is the right religion and I'm going about it. If you give yourself time to read the Quran, for example, if you disagree with it at the end and you go back to Christianity, this is up to you completely. Nothing wrong about it. But if you shut down the information completely, then there is something you lack in. And this is the topic that I mentioned to him in a shorter phase, that you might want to read the Quran before you decide your faith fully. I'm not saying what you're doing is wrong. I completely agree with it. It is the right religion, but there is an updated version, in my opinion. The way he re-commented on me, he had a lot of hate comments. He didn't reply to any of that. The only comment, tens of thousands of comments, he replied to is my comment. Why? Because I was triggering an emotion within him that, oh, this guy he's intelligent, he's smart. The way he said it, he's not looking for a fight, he's not looking for an argument. He's looking for a concern about me. He replied to me in a nice way. Hey man, I respect your thoughts. By the way I see it, I have my book, I'm happy with it. We shut down. Okay, he told me his thought process. I'm not here to force my thoughts on you. I'm here to concerned about you. I want you to be better at it. If you take it, you take it. If you don't, you don't. But this is a build-up comment, in my opinion. This is how I can separate the two.
Yeah, it's a way to look at it. I don't completely agree with your thought process about the religions, but it's a way to look at it. Basically, like, everyone should aim to be better. I am talking about the people that are hating on the comments right now. Like, they should improve themselves to be the kind of people that you mentioned. That, like, let's say, for example, you as Hamoudi, as what you just described did in this guy's comment section, is kind of a professional way how you did everything. So you should be the role model in this case for these hating people, because you've been in the receiving end and in the giving end, and you see what's the most beneficial way for both parties. Like, is it really beneficial for me to go in your comment sections and start typing hating comments? It's not beneficial for me in any way, shape, or form. Can it be beneficial if I rephrase it in the way you just did? It can be. It can't. Like, you can get some value out of it. Even you can get some value out of it, or even if you don't lose anything by doing it in this manner. So basically, everyone should aim for bigger goals, for self-improvement. So for like self-improvement in general is a great topic, and we can talk about it non-stop. And it's not for everyone. Like, I can suggest it to a lot of people. Some might agree, some might not. And this is basically like, these are the people that shuts down the self-improvement thought that are going to be shut down from my life. I'm going to shout them out. Okay, you don't need to self-improve. I get it. I don't agree with your thought process. So I'm sorry, but we can't continue in the same journey. I'm not agreeing with your thought process. That doesn't mean that I start hating on you because of your beliefs, because this is belief. I don't believe in your way of thinking about self-improvement. I'm telling you, I believe in no. I'm living in a certain way. This is working for me. This was working for me for a certain period of time. Who are you to come to me to let me change the way I'm thinking? In my thought process, I'm doing everything in the best way that I can. There is no need to self-improve. This is a locked mentality. And basically, you become a person who كيف بدي أحكيها هاي? You become the person who you surround yourself with. So you become a person like the people who you surround yourself with. If I want to self-improve and I keep letting these people that are stuck in a period of their life and they don't want to self-improve, and I surround myself with this kind of people, I'm going to be stuck at the same level as them, and I don't want to be happening with me. So basically, always aim for self-improvement. If not for yourself, for the surrounding people around you. But at the same time, you can't shut down completely these hating comments. Okay, you can suggest to them you should self-improve, but what if they don't self-improve? What if I start content, like let's say a YouTube channel. I start a YouTube channel and all I get for my first 10 videos is hating comments. I can't control who's watching my content. I can't control them. And all I get is hating comments. In my opinion, you shouldn't let these comments affect you in a bad way, but they will affect you in a certain way. But you can decide how these comments affect you. In my opinion, you shouldn't lock it out completely, because maybe you only get this type of comments on your videos. Not as you said, you get hating comments, you get improving comments. No, it might not happen, right? So if I only get these type of hating comments, I should take in these hating comments too and kind of analyze them. Okay, I get it, you are hating, but I can perceive it as I can convert it in a way that is boosting me. Like, as you said, it created an emotion inside me. And emotions are temporary. And emotions, if you focus on, you can kind of play with them. You can convert them. You can convert your angriness. If you take a deep breather, you are angry and you are shouting about, I don't know, about the pigeons that ate your corn on the field. You are shouting and cussing and everything. But if you take a deep breath, you control this emotion. And when you control this emotion, you can transform it the way that you want. Okay, these pigeons ate my corn. It is what it is. It sucks. But I can do it the next time in a way better way. Oh, you converted the angriness in your, the angry feeling in yourself with self-improvement thought process. This is kind of an emotion too. So you can transform this angriness, you can transform this hates to a certain point. It's hard. It's so hard. I know. But you can do it. And basically, you should do it. Like every hate comment you get, okay, take a breath, take it in, and you should transform it in a way that benefits you, in my opinion.
So first of all, you cannot control the people that comments under your video. There is no thing that only hateful comments you get. For a specific time, yes, but your aim is to get better, meaning you want to improve your videos, meaning you will reach the people that you're talking to. You just need more time. And till the time that you won't get there, you just have to accept that I cannot control that the people that talk under my comment is not the people that I'm talking to. Just accept the fact that they're commenting, they're hating. There is nothing that can bring me out of my goal, out of my vision. It's crystal clear. I want to be a successful YouTuber. I want to be a successful content creation. This noise, I need to cut it out. These are not the people that I cannot control, the people that comments under me. So I cannot, the only thing I can control is how I feel about it. And if I don't feel about it, anything, it cannot really affect me in a bad way. So this is my take on it. And we can go way deeper about it. It is a topic that's really, we can talk about it kind of forever. But it is, at the end, an improving journey. And we just have to accept the fact that it takes time to get better at something.
Yeah, thank you for sharing your thought process with me. It's been a journey. And the way how I see it is we improve every day. Like with this podcast too, from start to beginning, we started at a point and we improved ourselves, even if it's a tick. But we improved. So thank you very much for this conversation. And let's get progress to the top.